Mount Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, check. Check, contact, check, contact.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Gino on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Seahawks are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
You got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw now. Here's Love. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. And what do they say all the time? If you have really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 3rd down, Love. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Here's Love. And complete to Drake London. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Falcons! So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. On first down, it's Smith. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. On first down, Smith. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So now it's two straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Love. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's go.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Love's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jordan Love with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Okay, ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing again is Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Smith. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Walker once more, and this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. It might not do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And at contract time, you want to show touchdowns scored way more than you want to show yards per carry.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
On first down, going back to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ready.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
And cycle.
Here's Patterson again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now it's Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
He hits Beasley right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Smith. This is the tight end fan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down by Noah Fant. You're reminded watching him play that he's one of the most athletic tight ends we saw coming out of college in recent years. Every route and every catch can be turned into a bigger play with what he can do as an athlete.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. There he goes left side. 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Oh, into a sea of defenders. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. From the 38, Love. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Patterson will try it up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Love looking to throw it. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Touchdown, Falcons. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Smith on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Love. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Wreaking havoc is Nathan Shepard, the D-tackle. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we couldn't count any yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Right, 97.
From the 38, Love. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Poona Ford the one to get to him and drop him. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Toss it out right here to Patterson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. First down, going to the air with Love. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, Patterson. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Patterson on the draw play. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hold it ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.